Hi, are you looking for a holistic approach to look after your children's learning disorders and development delays? Well, I'm Angie Turani, BodyTalk instructor and holistic healthcare practitioner. And let's dive into how BodyTalk system, which is a holistic healthcare modality, can support your child's learning disorders. So when we talk about learning disorders, we're talking about attention deficit, hypersensitivity, reading, writing issues, procrastination, time management issues, anxiety, and sort of some of these different symptoms. And many times the medications sort of don't give much results. Now, BodyTalk system is a holistic healthcare where you're addressing and working with the body's innate ability to heal itself by addressing the underlying causative factors that could be contributing to those learning disorders and focus concentration issues. So I had a privilege to work with lots of kids and see amazing results with learning disorders. A particular case study that comes to my mind was this 13-year-old boy who was on ADHD medication, and all the same symptoms of focus concentration issues, totally not organized, coherent, being attentive, daydreaming. And the medication was helping him slightly, but it was giving him a lot of side effects, such as anxiety, panic attacks, loss of appetite, and weight loss. So for this child and his parents, it was a dilemma whether to address and get little help with focus concentration, so he's functional at school, or to deal with all those anxiety and massive weight loss and lack of appetite issues and so on. Well, he booked in for a couple of sessions, BodyTalk sessions. And when we're working with BodyTalk treatments, we're working with the body's innate wisdom to identify what are the unique causative factors, stressors in this child's blueprint that could be contributing to his ADHD and learning disorders. In his case, there were lots of different variety of causative factors that showed up and got addressed in his treatments. It was gut microbiome that was totally out of balance. And what contributed to that poor or weakened gut microbiome was C-section birth and lots of antibiotics. So with BodyTalk treatments, we work on addressing those causative factors and the emotional stressors, epigenetic markers, which could have basically contributed to that huge gut microbiome imbalance. Another thing that showed up in his session particularly was his fetal life. In fetal life, there was an incident where mother had food poisoning, and that food poisoning got into certain toxins, which impaired the brain development, specifically the development of the prefrontal cortex, which is prominent about focus concentration issues, and disrupted the inhibitory neurons. So in his treatment, lots of different layers where we worked on immune system, gut microbiome, impact of the vaccinations, emotional psychological stresses, and how this whole ADHD was impacting his self-worth and confidence, balancing his meridians. So a huge different tools and techniques put together. And it took about 5 sessions. Now, each treatment is tailor-made to the body's need by identifying the unique causative factors that could have gone into his lifetime period contributing to those symptoms. So after 5 sessions, he could wean off the medication. His focus concentration was much better. He was able to manage his time. He was able to be organized and get his hands on his work. And he was doing very well. So BodyTalk treatments are totally non-invasive, safe, and effective working with kids. Then I had another client who had development delays. So she was 6 years old girl. She was going for speech therapy, and she was trying lots of different stuff. And there was a massive speech delay and a lot of fear and insecurity about environment, being in the new environment, being totally sort of introvert and scared. The treatments that came up and the causative factors that showed up in her treatment were some allergies and intolerances, heavy metal toxins, which were sort of impairing the gut-brain connection as well as we worked on various treatments addressing the coordination matrix of the speech centers in the brain. And it took about 3 sessions, and the mom's remarks were, oh my God, now she talks nonstop and she's able to make complete sentences and make sense and engage in a conversation, as well as she's much more confident going out and being in a new environment. And that was, the fear aspect was coming from the gut microbiome, because the gut microbiome dictates your personality. So if you are totally confident, resilient to stress versus quite fearful and hypersensitive to stress, that is different gut flora, because one of the functions of these gut flora is to produce serotonin and GABA. So GABA is an inhibitory neurotransmitter for stress, and serotonin is the happy hormone. And once these gut microbiome are out of balance, these functions could be impaired. So I can't highly recommend how BodyTalk treatments are totally non-invasive, safe, they could be done at distance, and it could address the core issues without creating any side effects. So if you're ready to help your child in a totally non-invasive, effective, simple, holistic way, BodyTalk treatments are just perfect for them. So check out my website for more information, book in a session, as well as like and subscribe my channel if you'd like to continue getting more information on holistic health. Thank you for joining me.